Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources. On this YouTube channel, often you are able to know about some latest things happening in the field of science. So now in October, it is the time for Nobel Prizes. So let us get to know in simple terms about the Nobel Prizes won in 2025. The first Nobel Prize goes to Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, and it has been awarded to three people, namely Mary Brunkow from Institute for Systems Biology, USA, Fred Ramsdell from Sonoma Biotherapeutics, San Francisco, USA, and Shimon Sakaguchi from Osaka University, Japan. They have been awarded Nobel Prize for their discoveries concerning peripheral immune tolerance. Well, peripheral immune tolerance. Does it seem difficult to understand? Worry not. Let us try to understand it in simple words. The Nobel Prize was given for discovering how the immune system stops itself from attacking the body by using special cells called regulatory T cells. And this process is called as peripheral immune tolerance. But wait, let us first know what are T cells. So, regulatory T cells are like referees at a game. Now, if immune cells are the players at the game, then regulatory T cells make sure that these players follow the rules and they don't attack their own team. Or to give you some other analogy, the immune system has soldiers that fight infections, and sometimes they can mistakenly attack our own tissues. Then these regulatory T cells are like security guard cells. They tell these immune soldiers when to stand down so that the body does not hurt itself. Or T cells ensure that these soldiers from immune system are not attacking their own tissues. This situation is called autoimmune disease. So again, coming back to the term peripheral immune tolerance, it means that the immune system learns not to attack the body's own tissues or harmless things like food. So this Nobel Prize is in a way for a chain of discoveries. So how did it start? Now in 1995, around 1995, Shimon Sakaguchi showed that there exists a special type of T cell whose job is not to attack invaders but to suppress other immune cells when they are overactive or wrongly attacking self. And now these are the ones whom we call TREGs or regulatory T cells. So these TREGs basically act like peacekeepers. They monitor the immune response and they prevent damage to our own body. Then what happened was Mary and Fred in a later study, that is around 2001, studied a mouse strain that developed severe autoimmune disease. They found a mutation in a gene they called FOXP3 that broke the mechanism keeping immune cells in check. Now they showed that if FOXP3 is mutated or non-functional, regulatory T cells cannot develop or work properly, and the immune system may attack the body. They also made an important link. The same gene or its human equivalent is involved in a rare disease in humans called IPEX syndrome, a disorder in which immune regulation is lost. Now, after these discoveries, Sakaguchi and others showed that FOXP3 is the master switch that programs the development and function of regulatory T cells. Therefore, peripheral immune tolerance is mediated by TREGs whose identity and function depend on the gene FOXP3. Now, because of these combined findings, scientists are able to understand that when immune cells begin to overreact or target self, the regulatory T cells will step in and suppress them, preventing the autoimmune damage. So, these T regulatory cells, which are a special type of immune cells that calm down other immune cells to stop them from attacking the body, are reducing inflammation and they help the immune system return to normal after danger. So, in a way, this protection against autoimmunity is lowering the chance of diseases where the body attacks itself. They act in blood and lymph nodes or in tissues where infection, injury, or inflammation is happening. And the way they work is simple. They sense when immune responses are too strong, they release calming signals that slow or block aggressive immune cells, and then they physically interact with other immune cells to change their behavior. So, to give you some examples of diseases, now they protect insulin producing cells in the pancreas from being destroyed, helping prevent type 1 diabetes. Also, like type 1 diabetes, there are other diseases like multiple sclerosis or rheumatoid arthritis, which are due to immune system attacking the body's own tissues. So, in order to understand these autoimmune diseases better, this discovery is very important. So, no wonder that it was given Nobel Prize. It is indeed a big deal. We can say that these Nobel Prize winning discoveries have opened new research fields. Now, before these discoveries, the mechanisms of peripheral tolerance were poorly understood. Now, thanks to these discoveries, a new area of immunology has also kind of opened up. This area can include research based on TREG biology and also FOXP3 regulation. Let's try to summarize all this. So, basically, T cells are large family of immune cells that fight infections and help coordinate immune responses. Now, regulatory T cells or TREGs are a specific type of T cell whose main job is to calm the immune system and prevent it from attacking the body. So, if you imagine that the body is a city and immune system is the city's defense force, then T cells are like the foot soldiers. They are going out, they are seeking invaders and threats, and they are acting on it. But regulatory T cells, TREGs, are like peacekeeper agents who are checking whether these foot soldiers are attacking the own citizens of the city or whether they are attacking the invaders who have come externally. So, if they find that these T cells are attacking innocent citizens from the city, they are going to stop them. And to do this, these peacekeepers, that is regulatory T cells or TREGs, are going to need an instruction manual. And that is the FOXP3. So obviously, if this manual is missing or corrupted, that means if there is mutation, these peacekeepers would not be able to do their job and then autoimmune diseases, etc. would prevail, which definitely is not desirable. The 2025 Nobel Prize was awarded to those scientists who discovered both the existence of these peacekeepers, that is TREGs or regulatory T cells, and the manual FOXP3 that controls them. Or in other words, the Nobel Prize recognized the discovery of how the immune system prevents attacks on the body using regulatory T cells. So this research and the scientists who conducted this research definitely deserve Nobel Prize. So finally, the Nobel Prize in Medicine for 2025 was given jointly to Mary Brunkow, Fred Ramsdell and Shimon Sakaguchi for their discoveries about peripheral immune tolerance, that is how the immune system avoids attacking the body's own cells. Thank you.